reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio
This
station.
is Straight Talk with Gregory Colley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Give me some straight talk, and hold the sugar, please. Straight talk, sounds plenty sweet to me. Don't talk to me in circles and some mumbo jumbo jive. Give me just straight talk, and we're gonna be alright. Cause I like to know just where I stand. I don't like guessing games, and I hate a bunch of gibberish, so just spit it out real plain. Don't use big educated words from your BS degree. Straight talk, don't try BSing me. Straight talk, turn loose and let it go. You can tell me anything, just like on Oprah show. Just tell me how you really feel, be on the up and up. With questions I can understand, for answers you can trust. Pick up the phone, you're not alone, we've all got something to say. So listen and listen up, we'll find a better way. With honesty and common sense, it's really hard to miss. Straight talk, just tell it like it is. Straight talk, there's nothing like the truth. Just tell me all your troubles, pretend I'm down to hear. So don't be shy, cause we can talk. You know you got a friend. Call me for simple straight talking. So come on, let's talk turkey, just straight and to the point. About passions, about problems, about noses out of joint. Now I want you all to know I care and I do understand. And hey, thanks for lending me an ear out there in Radio Land. Give me some straight talk, don't sugarcoat it, please. Straight talk, sounds sweet enough to me. But talk to me in circles, don't mumbo jumbo jive. Straight, we're gonna be alright. Straight talk, makes plenty sense to me. Don't talk to me in circles and don't mumbo jumbo jive. Give me that straight talk, and we're gonna be alright. Give me just straight talk, and we're gonna be alright.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and you will certainly be all right if you just continue to listen to Straight Talk, because you ain't gonna get no mumbo jumbo jive, no sweet talking, no sugarcoating, no BS in here. Just Straight Talk. We want to say good afternoon to all our listeners out there. This is Straight Talk. I'm your host, Gregory Colley, along with my co-host, Martin Albury. We are broadcasting live on Global 99.5 FM from our studios located Shirley Street and Elizabeth Avenue in downtown Nassau. This is a beautiful, gorgeous looking Friday. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. Today's show is being brought to you by Doc's Pharmacy, located Robertson Road, by Master Sis, located Village Road, by Nature's Gifts, fresh roasted peanuts, by Sammy's Chicken, 5 locations to choose from, by First Choice Appraisals and Sales, by Frankie Campbell and the Southern Shores Free National Movement Association, by Geneva Brass Seafood, located Eden Street off Farrington Road, by LRD Construction, and by Banniston Poppers Election Dialogue Talk Show. To participate in our show today, you can call us at telephone number 326-0271. That's 326-0271. Or you can call us at 326-0272. That's 326-0272. You can also text us at 552-7902. That's 552-7902. We are streaming live at www.globalradio995fm.com. That's www.globalradio995fm.com. And I want to welcome all of our listeners who are tuning in Eleuthera Island and Mangrove Key Andros and the neighboring islands who are able to pick us up via the internet. And also some of you are able to get the signal. We are also broadcasting. You can watch us live on Facebook. We are live on Facebook. Just go in your search engine, look for Global 995 FM. Like us on Facebook. Join us. Do you want to say hello to all of our... hello, Victoria. I want to welcome you to Straight Talk. Tell your friends. Invite them to listen in and watch us on Facebook. I want to say good afternoon to our producer and engineer, to my co-host, Martin Norby. Good afternoon, Martin. What's going on today?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Well, we talked about the chaos of the polls, of the advanced polling, the law enforcement, and others who will be involved in working the May 10th general elections. All of the pandemonium, the chaos, and the unpreparedness that we spoke about yesterday. The man responsible for the Parliamentary Registration Department, Mr. Sherlin Hall, whose retirement was supposed to begin come yesterday, is now telling us he's waiting for the Prime Minister to make a decision on his future, whether his contract will be extended or he will be given his retirement leave. Mr. Sherlin Hall is now passing the buck. And he's telling us that the presiding officer, the permanent secretary of the Ministry of National Security, Mr. Carl Smith, is ultimately, totally responsible for Wednesday's chaotic situation at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He says they were supposed to have two different locations, one at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium, the next at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. But for some odd reason, at the 11th hour, even after advertising that they were going to have two different locations, somebody made a decision at the last minute that they were only going to have one location, and we saw on Wednesday what that resulted in. The long lines and people waiting in the long lines in the hot sun for hours, some even being faint, some falling out and having to be taken to hospital for emergency treatment. One lady was treated by the Free National, a progressive Liberal Party supporter, treated by the Free National Movement's candidate for the Elizabeth constituency, Dr. Dwayne Sands. And Dr. Sands is saying, we are all in this thing together. They were all out there facing the elements, waiting in line after the polls did not open until about an hour and 20 minutes late. But the thing is, Mr. Sherlin Hall, they call it passing the buck, but he's laying the total blame for the fiasco at the feet of none other than Mr. Carl Smith, the presiding officer on the advanced polling day. What a day, what a day, what a day. But now that we have passed that, all eyes are on the May 10th, where the political parties are calling on the Parliamentary Registration Department to make sure they open the polls on time. There are people in place to work those polls. They have all of the material, the ballot boxes and everything else that they need to ensure that we have a smooth election day, because some people, especially one, Mr. Sidney Colley, the chairman of the Free National Movement, is now saying that they will be out there en masse, eagle eyes, watching what goes on Wednesday to ensure that there are no irregularities, and that if it is botched, then there will be some major protestations, my friend.
Well, I have a clip I want to play, but I'm not going to play that right now. I want to remind our listeners today is Free Talk Friday. which means that you are free to discuss whatever it is that you want to talk about, whatever subject you want to speak about. You can talk to us about it. It's Free Talk Friday, and the phone lines are open right away. We'll take your calls, and we can get the discussion. We can get the talk. We can get our show started. Hey.
Right away. Let's do it.
So we'll take your calls. You can talk about whatever topic you wish to talk about today. This is Free Talk Friday. And we have a call already on the line. Oh, okay. Good.
Well,
All right. Well, yes, as you said, Martin, Mr. Hall is blaming everybody. He's not taking any responsibility. You know, we spoke a lot about it yesterday. Mr. Hall has referred everybody and sundry to
Mr. Carl Smith,
Mr. Carl Smith.
whatever
Yes.
questions you have, especially as to what took place at the Kendall Isaac Gymnasium.
Yes.
Whatever you need to know, you ask Mr. Hall. What do you say?
You need to talk about it.
You need to speak with Mr. Carl Smith.
Ask Mr. Carl Smith.
What time is it, Mr. Hall? Ask Mr. Carl Smith. Why is it late this morning that we started? Ask Mr. Carl Smith. What else you have to ask Mr. Hall today? Well, I have absolutely nothing I want to ask Mr. Sherlin Hall. I just want to make sure that if Mr. Hall is still in charge of the electoral process, that on election day, he does his due diligence and that he ensure that all of the necessary things are in place and on time so that we can have, remember, we don't just have some international guests in town watching what we're doing, you know. This is for us. We want to make sure everything is done in peace, in decency, and in order. So that at the end of the day, even though some people still would be saying they rob us, or they thief from us, or they cheat us, we still, at the end of the day, want to declare that the polling was free and transparent, that we all exercised our democratic right. And at the end of the day, the one who becomes victorious will be the one that Almighty God will put in place.
You know, it behooves.
That's the way I look at it.
Yes, and that's a good way to look at it. But when we look at what is happening in our country today, the Progressive Liberal Party has taken us, notwithstanding that we have freedom of the airwaves, we have all of these radio stations. The PLP has locked down the People's Station, ZNS. I was watching to see whether the coverage of the Free National Movement's rally the other night was going to be shown. I have not. I could be wrong. Anybody else could correct me, but I have not seen any coverage of it. And don't forget, this follows on the heels of what Mr. Christie told his audience, told his people, told his listeners, that if you don't see it on ZNS, then it's
Don't
fake,
believe it.
it's fake news.
Don't believe it.
So when he was essentially setting up his audience, his people, that if you don't see ZNS carried on ZNS, then it's fake. So they're going to say that the crowds that you see that the F&M had at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center at the carnival site, it has been fabricated. It's fake news. That these are perhaps crowds that from previous rallies. These are not current.
They call them holograms.
But have anybody heard from Bradley Roberts? Bradley Roberts has been dropping bombshell, his so-called bombshell here and there. I have not heard his. Has anybody heard from him since Papa came back?
Since the return of the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram, Mr. Bradley Roberts has been relatively quiet as a church mouse. Relatively quiet. But I think he's beginning to find his tongue and his voice. But one of the things I want to say,
For two whole days we're here.
I want to say right at the outset, you know, over the last several months, maybe even a couple of years now, people have been calling us. They want Papa back. And who is Papa? They're talking about the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram. He told us he has no interest in returning to frontline politics because he's on retirement. They've been asking, even the political parties. In the Free National Movement, more particular, we hear more coming from them than anybody else. Their supporters. We need Papa back. We need Papa to do this. We need Mr. Ingram to come. Well, Mr. Ingram has finally decided 2 weeks before the general election that he will speak at a couple of FNM rallies. He will support Dr. Hubert Minnis, and he has already endorsed Dr. Minnis to become the next Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. But lo and behold, Mr. Ingram said a couple of things at one rally. I think he started in North Abaco at Ingram Park, and now they want Mr. Ingram to go back where he came from. You've been asking for him all this time. Now you're saying, what did he come for? Why he didn't stay where he was? You know why? Because he's come and he's saying some things that they don't wish to hear.
But you know, in addition to Mr. Ingram, we have a former president of the Court of Appeal named Joan Sawyer, who has come forward and has made a number of remarks uncomplimentary to the government and also in particular to the current Attorney General. We have also heard recently from the organizer of the We March, who has come out now in support of the Free National Movement. We've seen
Greg Moss just endorsed
yes,
the FNM just yesterday.
Just
out of
yesterday.
Freeport.
Greg Moss
Yes.
is endorsed. Yeah.
What a day.
Before that, you had the president of the Bahamas Public Service Union, John Pinder,
Yes.
came out in support of the Free National Movement. And I have today, I'm going to play a segment, a tape from the Mr. Harvey Tynes, QC.
Yes.
And we're going to hear what he has to say because, you know, the people have realized that while they have asked, Mr. Christie has begged for a second chance, Mr. Christie seemed to be, and I say seemed to be in quotation, seemed to be a nice fellow, a fellow that has a good heart. But I can tell you, Mr. Christie is no Democrat. Mr. Christie, whatever you see is happening around us is being done with the sanction of Mr. Christie. Don't mind Mr. Christie playing nice. Mr. Christie, no, but they are not doing anything without the consent or with the knowledge or with the approval of Mr. Christie. Mr. Christie plays good cop, bad cop with the Bahamian people. He wants to project the image that he's a good guy, he's honest, he is all of this stuff, but that ain't so. Not by, you see, you got to not listen to what they say. You got to watch what they do. Mr. Christie is a divider. He's very divisive and he's very, very conniving. Based on what I've been able to observe from Mr. Christie, he has told the nation, don't listen. There's a lot of fake news going on out there. Don't listen to what you hear or what you may see. If it ain't on ZNS, it ain't no good news.
Well,
it's not genuine news. Now, what has he done? What has he done? He has locked down ZNS.
I got to call my friend Darrell Miller
He has locked.
to find out what has happened to Darrell Miller.
He has locked down ZNS.
I need to find out.
You heard the revelation, and somebody told me this several weeks ago. I didn't want to say it on the
Yes.
station, the radio station, because I want to confirm it. They told me a long time ago that the PLP has locked out the FNM from using Clifford Park.
And they will not be able to get the qualified amount of airtime that they are entitled to. That is not going to happen.
This is
the
not
election is next week Wednesday.
This is not democracy. We're
You're
not
not
pressing.
going to get it.
What is the PLP and has to be afraid of by allowing dissenting voices to be heard?
And they don't want to see your numbers expanding. They want to keep it cram jam.
Let's go to the phone lines.
But Darrell Miller, I need to hear from you, my brother.
We can deal with
Before
that.
the day is out.
We can deal with that.
I need to hear from Mr. Provocative, Darrell Miller Live.
Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my friends. How you all doing today?
We are doing excellent. How are you?
I'm the first one on call. I guess I'm hot to tell you all.
Go right ahead.
No, get it out.
You all missed the guy from Freeport. He said he can support the FNM.
Which guy is that?
What's his name? Who joined in the Sweat?
Well, if you hear me say Greg Moss, that's who I was referring to.
Greg Moss, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and one lady called Bodie Cho this morning. Sorry to call his name, Bodie. Said all ministers want to do is run up and down.
Man, listen, don't worry
Listen,
about Bodie.
no,
I want to
gotta-
know what happened to
No,
Darrell Miller, man.
no,
That's what I want to know.
No, I want about that. I want to say this, okay? You say this open line today.
Yes, go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so let me talk what I want to say, man.
Go ahead,
Stop
caller.
with you today.
Go ahead, caller.
You must be on the payroll, eh?
Go ahead, caller. I assure you he.
I want you to threaten to fire me.
Alright, well, I won't fire you anyhow. Listen,
Yes.
she say all men want to do a run with those children. Now, that was the man, but he think that's why he does every year. He go gamble and run with those children. You know?
Man, listen.
So what Bodie problem is?
Menace did a good
Not
job.
Bodie.
He
No,
let the
no,
children
I
win.
know this woman problem.
Who
Don't
said
worry about
that?
that. Don't worry
One
about that.
lady called him this morning.
Oh, don't worry about that woman.
Don't worry about that.
No way about that woman.
Menace does
Yeah.
that every birthday in
He
Kalani.
do that every year.
He goes
Yes.
to the school.
And he goes to the
and
children.
He has a
And he
grand
runs. They
time
all-
with the kids. That's
Say all
good.
minutes want to do is run up and down with them children. That is.
But that's okay. Don't be
you nothing wrong with
offended.
that?
Don't be offended.
Yeah, but who is she?
No, no.
Who is she running up and down with?
But I mean, I wasn't offended. But I say, Lord, the kids bring up this small little man go every year and have fun with them children.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
She's
That's
small.
like
That's
what
a
him
small,
on.
small-minded. Go ahead. What's the next thing on your
Because
mind?
when he run, I call him. I say,
I
boy,
thought
let
you
them
was
the
going to
children
call
beat
me
you,
and
boy.
tell me about all those women who were praising Kayla's role on Bodie's show the other day.
Oh, but I didn't call. You know, I didn't call because I can't stand the person who was host the show. So,
Yeah.
so that's why I didn't want to call. So you say like that,
Okay.
but, you know,
All right.
okay.
All right.
So that's the only one I want to say. And look here, this current keep on going up every day. What's going on now?
Now you got to call
BPL.
Mr. Leslie Miller.
Every day the light going up, man. What's going on?
Call Mr. Leslie Miller.
I ain't calling nobody every day. Every day current go off. Go off.
He'll tell you what to do.
I mean, thank God it ain't hot yet. You know, when the summer comes, how we can manage.
It ain't hot?
We hope the light
I
stays
mean,
on.
it ain't hot up in here.
Okay, well, it's hot up in here, and it's gonna get hotter.
Yes, yes.
I forget you all.
I don't know what I don't know.
Thank
What,
you.
he must have got a state on under the chair today.
Thank
Man,
you.
the
Thank
kids,
you.
don't forget those guys. I'll tell you all, man. They all gonna get fired soon.
That's cool.
Nobody can fire us.
No, tell him threaten to fire me.
Yeah.
I'm ready to leave.
We don't
now.
wait for Saturdays.
I want you to find out what
Oh,
happened
you
to
know what I
Darrell
want to say
Miller.
too? I understand why the FNM be on last. I understand they can't reach from Long Island here. So I understand from somebody.
That ain't not true.
This is a day,
That ain't true.
today's modern technology.
That is not
You
true.
can broadcast live to the Bahamas from Timbuktu.
That's
in real
That's
time.
a poor excuse.
Anyhow,
Thank you very much.
you know what I say?
Uh-huh.
Papa is back.
Papa never left.
I tell you all that.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Okay.
Thank you. We have let's go to phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Turn your radio down a little bit for us, please, sir.
Hold on a moment. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
I was reading this morning's Tribune on page 7, and I was reading with interest a quotation made by Mr. Bradley Roberts, blaming of all people Mr. Ingram for the chaos at the sports center the other day. He claims that there are operatives that Mr. Ingram has still left in the civil service who sabotage the early voting at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center. Is there any credence to that? Is that believable?
It's laughable.
And they claim that this is some kind of voodoo.
Well, it's going even more laughable.
And so Mr. Ingram must have some strange power. Because I couldn't believe my eye. You know, it's amazing how in this country you almost don't know what to believe anymore, because people who are in a position of influence will take what is obviously the truth And when they get through spinning it around and around and doing addition and subtraction and multiplication and division, what do you believe anymore? Is there any truth, or it depends on which color you are wearing?
Well, so let me tell you something. I want to say this, and I say this without reservation at all. This nation of ours, we are in a serious, precarious position. If you would recall, the Anglican bishop at the time, Bishop Gomez, said that 85% of Bahamians are dishonest. You recall that?
Yes.
Well, at the time, he said 85% of us are dishonest. That also includes our politician, because where do we get our politicians from? Don't they come out of our same community where we all live?
Yes.
And if you look at what has been transpiring over the years, our leaders have been telling us what they think we ought to know. If that includes, if you look over the term of this Progressive Liberal Party government, Prime Minister Christie, he told the Bahamian people when he was about to launch the poll regarding the referendum on gambling. He said to the Bahamian people that whatever the Bahamian people decide, he will abide by. The second thing he said, that he has no horse in the race. Now, if you just take those two statements and watch what Mr. Christie did after that, can you trust what Mr. Christie says?
I will not. I cannot, in all good conscience, give any credence to anything that comes from the leadership of the present government.
Then after you consider that, listen to what Alison Maynard, the Attorney General, said with respect to releasing the, I believe she was talking about the sealed documents.
Reports before the Supreme Court.
Before the Supreme Court, she was going to release them before the end of April.
And she says the end of April didn't come yet.
Has she done that?
This is now.
Has she done that?
Did you notice that an application is being made to have that document?
Yes. That is being done. But I wanted to just continue to answer your question to show you that, by example, these people are not to be trusted. Nothing they have told us has panned out. They have Mr. Christie has began a program of deception and lies himself by telling the Bahamian people, if you do not see anything on ZNS, it is not true. And he further went to solidify his hold on ZNS by restricting freedom of information, restricting freedom of conscience and of expression, by locking down ZNS from the opposing parties from having access to the airwaves.
Did you notice who he appointed as chairman of the corporation?
Well, that is clear. It's blatant. It is the Reverend Dr. William Thompson.
Why do you think that was
former president of the Bahamas Christian Council, former president of the Baptist Commission and Convention, and a stalwart counselor and meritorious member of the Progressive Liberal Party?
What does that tell you?
He is a PLP operative at the core. And he has
what is
free
the salary like for that?
He's the executive chairman, so he's making at least $75,000 per annum plus perks.
That's chicken change.
No. Well, he can't make as much as the what you call it, the minister of the government.
When I left National Insurance, I was making almost that.
Yeah. Okay,
so he's the executive chairman. He's got to be making more than that.
No, I'm telling you what he makes. Unless, of course, he's getting some other per diem and honorarium,
some other stuff,
and perks,
Yeah.
and business
Yeah.
luncheon
Yeah.
allowances,
Yes.
and cleaning
and so on and
allowances,
so on.
and it comes up to maybe another 100,000. So and travel allowance. But my friend, what
I
you have?
just want to ask a question. What does it cost to run ZNS per year?
Well, the salaries there in the neighborhood of about 6 million a year. That's only the emoluments. The operational cost will take you to another 12 million because they burn power 24/7. It's never turned off.
And does the corporation still belong to the Bahamian people?
It never left your hands. But when you place the management of it, now we're on to something totally different.
I am told that what they do, they block out all of the requests for station time ahead of time so that the FNM cannot get it.
But that is
even
not-
when the whatever it is, the guideline on what is show you that a political rally is scheduled, none show up.
Well, that's programming. They do that, run it across the screen, and they probably never remove it. But the point is, there are rules that govern broadcasting during general elections. And if the opposition and the other parties do not complain or make noise and make reports to the regulators, IRCA I'm talking about, and you can even write a letter to the Prime Minister, but you must, on record, state your case. The opposition is entitled to airtime on the broadcasting network.
Have they been complaining?
And that is a good thing. I'm
Has
saying
the opposition
they should do it
been complaining?
for the
Or
record.
they go along with it and just
I've-
for, well, we
I
can
couldn't-
get the other station.
I couldn't confirm what they did with ZNS, but they certainly have been talking about it in the media.
The station belongs to all of us.
But when it is in the hands of the Progressive Liberal Party, there's a difference.
When the incoming government, whoever that is, and I hope it's an FNM government, we need to straighten that matter out. Straighten it out. Because the people have a right to know
You're
in a democracy.
You're so right. We do all have a right to know. But in the meantime, though, you and I, we have to take some personal responsibilities. We have to be able to decipher and to sieve through the foolishness to find sense. And if we are not able to do that, then we will be going along with the status quo. I want to thank you very much for your
Thank you.
contribution this afternoon.
You know, Martin, based on, what has been transpiring, unfortunately, those people who are unable to do the deciphering, who need somebody to speak to them and to tell how things go, unfortunately, that's the majority that the Progressive Liberal Party are trying to control the minds of. That's why they want to keep it on ZNS, because for me and you know that what Bradley Roberts is talking is hogwash.
We're going to get to the
It's
bottom
bunch of
that.
rubbish.
We'll get to the bottom of that in a
Of
minute.
course, when we come back, we're
We're
going to
going to
pick
talk
on
some
it.
more about this road.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
With you.
ladies and gentlemen, this is Straight Talk. We're coming back after we hear from our sponsors.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Richland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Richland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010. 565-8896 or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166. West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction.
Southern Shores, you deserve better, and better is coming soon. Team Campbell has mobilized and is ready to restore a clean environment, free from illegal dumping, dredging, and unkept streets. Team Campbell will restore the spirit of community, where law enforcement and residents will work hand in hand to ensure safety and security. Your highways will be fixed so that motorists can move around quickly, while also ensuring the safety of your pedestrians. You know him as 40, and whenever the bell rings, vote Frankie Campbell, Free National Movement.
Hello, my name is Frankie Campbell, and I approve this.
The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Who are you going to vote for? Are you a diehard supporter, undecided, or do you believe that it's time for a change? Well, Popper and Bannister need to know. Who are you gonna vote for? Join Popper and Bannister Live Election Dialogue on Global 99.5 FM Sundays 5 to 7 p.m. That's Popper and Bannister Live Election Dialogue each Sunday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Global 99.5 FM. Be straight up and be real with your choice.
This is Straight Talk with Gregory Colley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Straight Talk with your host Greg Colley and Martin Albury. And this is Free Talk Friday. You can call us. The number today, 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272, or you can WhatsApp or text us at 552-7902, 552-7902. And we go into the phone lines. We have a call on the line. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Hey, good day, Brother Colley.
Good afternoon, Prophet.
Good day, Brother Albury.
Good
And
afternoon.
good day, the Straight Talk listeners. Over there. Have you all seen the Tribune newspaper? The PLP supplement advertisement ad forward together vehemence by the Progressive Labour Party this morning?
No, tell me about it.
Huh?
Tell me about it.
Go ahead, Prophet.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Molly Canada.
You can't hear me?
Yeah. Now I can hear you a little better.
All right, go ahead. Tell us about it. Maybe I haven't seen it.
Yeah. They said, right, this PLP, I think I'm right, the sports supplement shows the evidence. The entire Bahamas, all with the opposition FNM was saying about the Christie-led administration that the leader is delusional, and the PLP in 2017 on Wednesday, May the 10th, the PLP have confronted to the nation that they are not running a full slate of candidates, 39 candidates, this time around, like 2002. It looks like a 38 slate of candidates would be running this time. They don't have Alex Storr for Elizabeth is missing from the slate. I know what's going on there. And this is some big advertisement. Now, if you could make a big mistake and put in over $1 million of advertisement out to the press, or what you say, what I say about the chairmanship of Bradley Roberts, the Deputy Prime Minister Philip Davis, and the Prime Minister Perry Christie leadership style ability to oversee everything before it leaves the party headquarters, to go to the media and be declared before it goes to the media. For example, how they say they was governing the country for the last 5 years in a delusional state of mindset of nobody is checking to see if everything is in place, if all of the I's and the T's are crossed before these things go to the media. On the slate, they have 38 candidates, like I was telling you, right? This is actually supposed to be 39 slates for the constituencies of it for God this time around, right? You're telling me the Elizabeth Constituency Branch Association, chairman of the PLP and the constituents of Elizabeth, I'm the candidate Alex Thorpe of North End, the Tribune newspaper, PLP supplement of 38 candidates, and I asked this party to pull the advertising ad from every media to correct this big error and start reprinting everything back over. Now, you would tell me, for a big party like the PLP, they can make a big mistake like that. So they think that's supposed to be for all of days to go straight across the board on the advertisement.
Well, Prophet, you are correct. I'm looking at the supplement, and Alex Storr is definitely not there. I don't see his picture. I don't see Elizabeth in the advertisement. And of course, that is obviously an error, or maybe
not on the back page either.
No. Why would I want to put them on the back page?
No, see what I'm right?
Obviously,
they think they run a 38 candidate.
No,
but they got the new lady.
Is there a spot for Alex Smith?
Well, I don't even see. Well, there's a spot he could go in here. Alex, there's a spot here. They could have put him. They could have put him in. But obviously, you are correct. They left out Mr. Alex Storr. Whether that is an error of admission, whether it's deliberate or whether it was by a printing error.
No, man, they're trying to show you something. They thought they still running 38 candidates. They forget that they have a new candidate, Bazaar, on top of the list.
Prophet, you have drawn your conclusion. Now we have to find out the facts. What are the facts?
No,
did you talk to anybody? Did you? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you? Tell him what. You don't want to listen to me, man. Can I ask you a question?
What?
You are making your conclusion about them being delusional and all these other kind of things. Do you have
evidence, man?
Do you have
evidence?
My brother? Do you know without?
No.
Well, that's my point. So we need to find out what went wrong before. I don't have a problem with you and your opinion and drawing your conclusions, but I'm just saying, before me make any conclusions, we need to find out what went on. You got my point?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Man, I understand.
But whether he missing or whether all them there, it ain't gonna make no difference on May 10th. Like all right?
If they have for them to make a mistake or the DNA to make a mistake when they slate like this, man, they would have been all over them.
All they have to do is ask the Guardian to print it again.
Maybe they have already conceded that.
Print it again.
Maybe Prophet. Yeah. They have conceded that seat.
Yeah, but I was saying that this one I was trying to get in on Calvin Harris with the inside, but
okay.
I had to be inside so the win that I had the second place, right?
Very perceptive.
My ground troops on the ground telling me that Dwayne Sass ain't doing any campaigning, man. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be very head up front from the last time.
That's okay.
And then Ryan stepped down. He was doing his job on the ground.
So maybe this is God's doing and helping him out by blinding their eyes and did not see that they left out Alex Storr.
Yeah, but
Prophet.
Anyway,
Prophet,
what you say?
You are very perceptive. What else do you see?
Man, I see. Let me tell you something else. What I see that the PLP when it's scared. From what I see, based on all the rallies, I see in Grand Bahama on a couple days ago, 8 Mile Rock. When they say in a rally that they run the Grand Bahama for made my prediction 3 times. But the same will be welcome. And they run Bimini last night, right? And what I see on that same night at Grand Bahama, Dave Davis was holding this rally. I know Florida notice it's in Salvador and Cat Island, but even later the Rumpy, he was holding his own rally with the Progressive Liberal Party machinery. While there was in Freeport, he was doing the old big rally in Salvador, which shows me the PLP is falling apart right in the front of our place.
All right.
And not only that, I know this too. Brandon noticed on the ground, walking around, getting those souls. So I guess the little boy Travis, the little David, might do him this time for truth.
Because he had to do that last time, eh?
No. And man, not only that, I see the Prime Minister on the ground in Centerville. This is the first time I ever see the big boys come out. On the last couple of days, on the ground, waking up.
The Prime Minister must have got about 200 people working in Centerville.
Yeah. All right, man.
Thank you very much.
Hey, I got a lot of Michelle, but I can wait till next week when the carnival is over because everybody coming on. I just about bombshell as well.
Man, the boy checking for Carnival. I understand Carnival open last night. The boy been there.
Bombshell? And you waiting till
You better drop them now.
Bombshell.
The boy checking for Carnival.
Call us back in half hour. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
3260271. 3260271. 3260272. 3260272. 552-7902. 552-7902. Go ahead, Martin.
Well, there's something I wanted to tell you. The chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, Mr. Bradley Roberts, says that Mr. Hubert Alexander Ingram is trying to sabotage the government. Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Bradley Roberts yesterday insisted that former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram is trying to sabotage the work of the government with his recent comments. In his return to the public arena while on the campaign trail for the Free National Movement, Mr. Ingram has heavily criticized the Christie administration, its handling of value-added tax, its perceived corruption, and the handling of preparations for the upcoming general elections. Here's what Mr. Roberts says. It is, however, regrettable that former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram openly boasted from a rally stage about having operatives in the public service at his beck and call that he can use to sabotage the work of the government. Mr. Roberts went on, with Bahamians clearly looking to the future. Ingram returned from retirement but could not articulate one plan to move this country forward. Mr. Roberts then added, "We are satisfied that Ingram and his operatives will fail in their nasty, gutter, underhanded attempts to sabotage the legitimate work of the government for selfish political gains. Ingram's diabolical plots, underhanded schemes, and threats of institutional victimization not only remind Bahamians of why they got rid of him and the FNM, but will fall and fail miserably because Bahamians understand what is at stake in this upcoming election. They know it is the security of their future that is at stake. And the FNM is not offering the plans that matter to them."
Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome, Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Why are you
Good
laughing?
afternoon, Brother Martin.
Good afternoon.
There's another ad that I really don't like, where the gentleman keep following, he is commander of the Defense Force.
Okay.
And that is wrong.
Well, you were talking about Mr. Clifford Butch Skawala,
Yes.
who is now in Hatchet Bay. I'm told my operatives in Elusha telling me he is hard on the ground.
And you know that was a friend of mine personally.
I remember well.
But when those boys get killed, we was underneath the cedar tree up on the hill. Me, Blue, and I mean, it hurts me to know that he didn't come up and raise.
I believe you did make your way down to the John F. Kennedy Drive softball park that Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
I recall very vividly. But as we said at that time, Mr. Skawala was a young Marine, but he wasn't on the boat, as some people said earlier, but he had some very, very close friends and homeboys who were on that vessel.
Martin, when I heard what they were going to do, I mean, they just like there. I was taking care of Yellow Elder Garden, all those pipes in there. I put down them.
Okay.
And the Star Boy them live right across the street.
Right.
And Dusty and Blue and me, we cry. But anyway, y'all take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have another caller. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bishop. Good afternoon, Martin. How are you guys?
Good afternoon to you.
Martin, did I hear you just say the words diabolical and gutter in the same sentence? Bradley Roberts?
You didn't hear me laugh?
It is not apparent to me you were clearly listening intently.
You didn't have me laugh, caller? I had to laugh.
Man, that gotta be laughable. My Lord. Did he spell diabolical correct?
Well, it is printed in today's
we
edition.
need to go and examine
Nassau
Bradley
Guardian.
Roberts' mouth and check his tongue. They must be all chewed up.
Man, what the former prime minister used to say, unbelievable, unthinkable. My goodness. But anyhow, listen, Greg, you know this. Listen, Greg, we had an incident down at our.
Yes, I understand y'all had to break in again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man, they clean us out, man.
Which have been they clean y'all?
Man, Greg, they carried on to the microwave, man. They carried them.
But y'all able to catch them because the wash house across the street have a camera. Didn't they pick them up?
Yeah, it's pointed directly at our building. They are viewing it. I don't know if they go.
So they should be able to catch the culprits.
I hope because they cut our surveillance system. They cut the camera.
Yeah, but they didn't know the one over the wash house was on.
No, they didn't know that one over there was on the building.
My.
We should have something to go on shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing about that is, man, listen, the police response time was terrible. I know they just got a bunch of promotions. I don't know if they have any buck privates or street soldiers, foot soldiers to come out and do the work. They may have too much sergeants and corporals on the desk, but they took too long to get there, man. They right up the road.
Are you saying?
Right
Are you saying
man.
if they had responded more quickly, they would have been able to catch them red-handed?
Could be.
Mm.
You know, I mean, come on, man. That right, that's a stone's throw away from us. Not literally, but figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, we'll wait to see what.
This is the second time they hit y'all, eh?
They hit us before, but not in this magnitude. They attempted to get in there, but they weren't successful because there was a campus vagrant hanging around, and they saw him and they retrieved.
Mm.
You know, so they retreated. So oh boy.
Well, it's unfortunate, but you know these are the times, and we can't be careful for nothing.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, when the
Some
reporter
desperate people.
interviewed Vaughn, she asked him if he thinks that it was politically motivated. It's hard to not think it was, right? It wasn't, right? But you know, he was professional about it, and he said, you know, he's hoping that it isn't, but you know, this is the time of the season and all of that. But I hope it was just some people who needed it more than we did. That was political. You know?
All right. Well, like I said, it's unfortunate, but we hope that the surveillance camera would be able to reveal who the culprits are, and we have them dealt with the strict, fullest extent of the law.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyhow, you guys have a good one, a good weekend. And Greg, I promise you're supposed to come visit your church. I think I can do that on Sunday, God's still life, right?
All right. Take care.
See you then.
See you then.
Okay.
God bless. We have another call on the line. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Hey, Brother Colley and your guest, Frankie Campbell. How are you doing?
We're doing fine. How are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm giving God thanks, notwithstanding all that is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I called in response to the caller who just hung up, who suggested that the police officers did not respond
as quickly as
fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I called to defend them. They would have gotten a call, and they thought it was my headquarters, which is before getting to Vaughan. And when they stop and check, they found out that there was some tampering. My gas tank would have been stolen during the course of the night.
So you got hit as well?
Yes. So they were of the impression
that was the spot.
Is the assignment. Yes.
I see.
So they completed their inquiries there, only to get back at the office to find that there was still a matter outstanding. And so that is how come they took some time in getting there. But they were well intended, and they did respond in time. I commiserate with Brother Vaughn. I know what he's going through. I thank God, though, that while I was visiting him, I saw that some of the furniture was being replaced. I have already paid for and replaced my gas tank. And I want to say to FNMs out there,
but you made sure secured it this time, eh?
You know, securing it will slow them down. But the bottom line is we are encouraged. We are encouraged like we usually are during that midnight, that watch night church service.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're calling out, watchman, watchman, what time is it? It's nearly hours away.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearly hours away. The voice of the people will speak loudly, and there will be satisfaction at the end of the day. So all FNMs and even PLPs who realize that we are the only refuge for them at this time.
But Mr. Campbell, before you go, while we have on the line, let's take this opportunity to get your comments regarding what Mr. Bradley Roberts had to say. And do you think he has any footing, or is he just rambling and trying to find his way again after being knocked, punch drunk?
Well, Collie, I'm not able to speak to what he said because I didn't hear the comments. I would have heard your show in part. I was in and out of the vehicle.
Has stated that the return of Mr. Hubert Ingram on the campaign trail for the Free National Movement is to sabotage the government. And that most of the things that Mr. Ingram is referring to in attacking Mr. Christie and the FNM is all a diabolical plot to bring down the Christie administration.
Well, he didn't say it was a diabolical lie. Had he said it was a diabolical lie, then they would have been able to go to court and take out an action of libel and arrest Mr. Ingram like they did with Maria Daxon or like they did with Omar Archer. So unless they're saying it's a diabolical lie, there's no secret that Mr. Ingram and the FNM are about the business of removing the PLP from office. They may call it sabotage because they're looking for ugly words to use, but we're going to use democracy. We're going to use the ballot, the voice of the people, to remove the Progressive Liberal Party, the oppressive government, the wicked government, the worthless government of the Progressive Liberal Party from office. So unless they're saying that he's lying, then they must be accepting that he's saying the truth. And if what he's saying is the truth, then let the truth be told.
Amen.
But Mr. Campbell, we find it very strange, and our callers and our text writers have already commented on what Mr. Roberts had to say regarding sabotaging and also about having Mr. Ingram having operatives in the government. I mean, Mr. Bradley Roberts is the one who started this whole sordid affair. He started getting government information to use against candidates of the Free National Movement, while my colleague warned Mr. Roberts that that was a dangerous thing that he was stepping on. He's going to opening up a can of worms and that he would not be able to contain it. Now that he has been found in an awkward position, because beforehand he was getting away with saying all sorts of things and nobody was answering him or bringing counter charges. Now, Mr. Ingram, who was the three-time prime minister of this country, obviously there are a lot of people who still respects Mr. Ingram and would voluntarily give information to him if needed. Mr. Roberts obviously was able to get information from government sources, although we have our own idea where he's been getting it from, but we won't disclose it. But if he's able to get it, Mr. Ingram reminded him that he have 3 times as much sources as him.
Let me say this, Reverend Colley. The operatives that have been available to Mr. Roberts include, but are not limited to, the hundreds of persons who they would have brought back into the various government departments who would have already been retired. But the main operative would have been that illegal national intelligence agency that was formed by the government for this specific purpose. They did not cry when Clifford Butch Scavala would have been reporting to them, would have been reporting for them. It is very fortunate that there are some conscientious persons within the civil service who realize that this wrong must not be allowed to continue, because evil only prevails when good men and women sit idly by and do nothing. And those persons would have realized that there's not just one garbage can. And so the garbage was shared out. And now that it is being doled out against them, they cry. Now I must say to you, personally, I wish we would not have gone down this road, because it's embarrassing for us as a nation in the eyes of the international counterparts. But this is what they started, so this is where we are. If they're saying they want to call a truce, then let's call a truce. But if this is the way they want to continue, I would have said earlier, the Free National Movement ought not to pick any fights. But by damn, we ain't running from no fight either.
Okay.
So if this is what they want, this is what we'll do.
The fight is on.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Gamble.
You're welcome, my brother.
All the best. We're going to take a second break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussions. Again,
Yes.
this is Straight Talk. If you're just joining us,
I want to tell you this time when you come back what Mr. Ingram had to say about Butler Taylor. You remember Butler Taylor?
Who is that?
Where is Butler Taylor? Butler Taylor.
Is that a restaurant?
Oh, can we say LBT?
Oh, Loretta Butler Taylor.
Got it.
Okay, all right. She's been missing in action so long, I didn't even forget her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we are going to continue our discussion. Like I said, this is Free Talk Friday. You can call us, tell us what you have on your mind, and we will talk about it. We will discuss it. This is Straight Talk. We're coming back after we hear from our sponsor. Don't forget Darryl Miller. You asked for $1, Darryl Miller.
I want Darryl Miller to call me. Wherever you are, my brother, because you supposed to be on the radio and I couldn't hear you for a couple of days. I need to know if you didn't have your contract renewed. Thank you very much.
Extra, read all about it. Sammy's Chicken, $5.99 special.
Sammy's Chicken does it again. For a limited time only, it's the $5.99 thigh snack special.
I tell you.
Sammy's $5.99 thigh snack special comes with a 12-ounce Coke, VAT included.
See, I don't lie.
For a limited time only, Sammy's Chicken, Robinson Road, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Farrington Road, and the newly reopened Prince Charles location. Sammy's Chicken.
Who are you going to vote for? Are you a diehard supporter, undecided, or do you believe that it's time for a change? Well, Popper and Bannister need to know. Who are you gonna vote for? Join Popper and Bannister live election dialogue on Global 99.5 FM Sundays 5 to 7 p.m. That's Popper and Bannister live election dialogue each Sunday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Global 99.5 FM. Be straight up and be real with your choice.
The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Southern Shores, you deserve better, and better is coming soon. Team Campbell has mobilized and is ready to restore a clean environment free from illegal dumping, dredging, and unkept streets. Team Campbell will restore the spirit of community, where law enforcement and residents will work hand in hand to ensure safety and security. Your highways will be fixed so that motorists can move around quickly, while also ensuring the safety of your pedestrians. You know him as 40, and whenever the bell rings, vote Frankie Campbell, Free National Movement.
Hello, my name is Frankie Campbell, and I approve this message.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166. West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896. or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit the mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Greg McCauley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Give me some straight talk, and hold the sugar, please. Straight talk, sounds plenty sweet to me. Now talk to me in circles and some mumbo jumbo jive.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Straight Talk. I want to say good afternoon once again. If you're just joining us, you are tuned into Global 99.5 FM and Straight Talk with your hosts, Greg Colley and Martin Albury. And we have a call on the line. Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Darrell Miller.
Good afternoon, Bishop.
Good afternoon.
Okay, that's not Darrell.
And good afternoon, my seasoned journalist.
Good afternoon.
This is not Darrell. Sorry to disappoint you. This is the one and only original Punkanita.
Well, I was waiting to hear from Mr. Darrell Miller, but good. Carry on. How can
Well,
we?
I think Mr. Miller is quite busy. You say, he was on the air this week. And I think on Monday he'll be hosting the Prime Minister as his guest. And on the election on Wednesday, you'll be given seasoned journalists and the Bishop competition during the election coverage on the national voice.
Well, thank you very much for the update.
But I have some, that's one of you also wonder, but that's not my main point. I just was letting you know, in case you bring you up to date, I make sure Straight Talk is up to date.
I see. I want to thank you very much for your update.
Yeah, and looking forward to your covering the election. And you haven't set your format yet, so I can find out if you have an open line, what have you. But maybe when Bannister and Papa come on Sunday, maybe you might tell us what you're doing.
They will? How could they do that?
Right, you wait for your station, right? Oh.
You're going to ask a question, or you're going to
Yeah,
make a statement?
I'm asking. You wait for the station.
I'm still waiting for you to ask me.
Oh, you want to get to the main point? Yeah, I want Bishop to help me out tonight. Not too sure about my season journey, but I have some questions for the intelligence FNMs out there, and one of 4 questions. They can call you, or maybe Bishop can answer.
You need to move quickly for me because
I gotta move. Come on, I gotta move quickly, but I gotta talk with sense. You don't want me mumble out.
I want you mumble, but once you come up, get to your point, because my phones are ringing off the hook, and I got people.
But Bishop, what you think? My first point is, Mr. Ingram leave the FNM on 2012. Made a 7 in a mess. Why he come back?
The question is, did he go?
I'm sure not the question. You write them down?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the second question is, who's the leader? I'm confused here. Is Dr. Minnis is the leader? Brent Simmons is the leader? Mr. Ingram leading? My third question is, the third one would be, and this is the most serious one. You talk about Loretta Turner and what have you, but I think I understand Mr. Ingram's orchestrated the overthrow of Mr. Dr. Minnis during the.
You're making an allegation.
I understand. I understand.
Put in a question. You're making a statement.
Well, I'm asking if it's so. That would be the other one.
Okay.
It's so. And he told those questions.
Okay.
But the main one, Mr. Ingram said, victimize everybody. You better shift out in a contract. He said, when the African come into power, they will victimize from the hill to the bottom. What do you mean by that, Mr. Bishop?
Did he say he's going to victimize from the hill? Or you're using Bradley Roberts' words?
But he using what? Bradley Roberts' voice?
Yeah.
What did he use Bradley Roberts' voice?
I'm asking if you are using Bradley Roberts' voice.
No, I'm using my own voice.
Did you hear him say he's going to victimize?
Well, he did talk about victimization. You didn't listen to it? He said he's going to victimize, kick everybody from Zelenis and everywhere. You mentioned in the contract, what I understand, a lot of people from Zelenis going to be going. And he said he deepen democracy. On one hand, you got to kick everybody out. On the other hand, you deepen democracy. What that means, Bishop?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, you got no kind of question.
No one, I'm going to ask you. Has the Christie administration deepened democracy, or have they took us back?
No, the democracy was deepened before Mr.
How?
Very deep in it.
How?
I'm the oldest person calling the radio station, including Zelenis, when there was only one national voice. I used to call in and raise high criticism, Bishop. While you were sleeping and scared to talk, I was talking. Did I answer your question?
No.
We answer it because we probably don't understand it then. But these are the
I'm too smart, so you can break it down for me.
Oh, I break it down. No, man, you smart, man. You just caught Daryl. You say you just won about Daryl contract.
I did not say that.
What you said? What you said about Daryl contract?
That was not me. That was not my voice.
Who said it? A seasoned journalist said it. Which one said it?
Well, you see, you don't know. You can't distinguish between
No, because you're talking like you're sound like the broadcasters back then, or when we only had the national.
That being aside, I asked you a specific question. During the time of office of the Christie administration, has democracy been advanced, or has it been taken backwards?
But didn't I give you a specific answer?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I give you my example.
You told me about having Zelenis and you being the only person calling Zelenis. That's not deepening democracy.
But the democracy continue to go forward. Mr. Christie never say you recognize anybody.
How is it then that persons cannot get on Zelenis to broadcast?
Who cannot get on Zelenis? Say question like who? Who cannot get on
Different
Zelenis?
political parties. The other political parties can't get the stuff on.
But they have them on Zelenis. They put that nasty commercial on Zelenis.
Let's stay current, man.
You say you're not Zelenis. I'm trying to stay current.
I said political parties. I didn't say
political party advertising.
We're not talking about advertising. They're taking the advertising money, but they're talking about broadcasting.
What you mean? Talk to me.
Mr. Christie, did you not hear Mr. Christie said if you don't hear it or see it on ZNS, then it's fake news? And then he turns around to prevent people from getting on ZNS?
But don't forget now, Donald Trump. Donald Trump got problem with some.
I'm not talking about Donald Trump.
Well, it is fake news because
what he's saying is if you don't hear it on ZNS, if you don't hear it, no, hold on now, because you're running on. If you don't hear it on ZNS, it's fake news. But then he turns around and locks down ZNS so nobody else news can get on.
What you mean by lockdown? Why you lock down ZNS? Because ZNS news, that FNM and the other day, your chairman, Colley, was on the national voice.
They selectively broadcast what they want to broadcast.
Now you confused me using the word elective collectively. But I'm confused.
So what happened to Michael Pinter? Why did they stop the show when they heard Michael Pinter was coming on Darryl Miller's show?
I don't know about that. Where you get that from?
Oh, you don't know about that?
Why do Michael Pinter resign and come back? They come in and ask that question.
No, we need to stay current.
Why you resign? Why you resign and come back?
If you're going to go offense, defense,
we can see you later.
Come and see you later. Cut him off. Cut him off.
We can talk to you later, brother.
Cut him off. 326-0271. 326-0271. If you can carry on a decent conversation, you can talk, but you ain't going to come talking nonsense. You have enough time on your radio show to do that, on your radio program.
Off air.
Go to off air, your favorite show.
Ingram Butler Turner will lose her seat. What do you have to say about that? Former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram suggested last night that incumbent Long Island Member of Parliament Loretta Butler Turner, who is running as an independent, will not win her seat, insisting the 39 available seats will be shared between only two parties, the Free National Movement, FNM, who he said will win the election, and the Progressive Liberal Party, the PLP. And I'm reading from today's edition of the Nassau Guardian, and the story, Ingram says Butler Turner will lose her seat. And it comes from an interview on our TV, the show On the Record with host Jerome Sawyer. Mr. Ingram was asked whether Butler Turner is facing the end of her political career with her coalition plans with the Democratic National Alliance having failed and falling apart. Mr. Ingram responded to the question by saying, the DNA will get no seats, nowhere, and no independent either, in my view, Mr. Ingram was quoted as saying. You remember, it was in December last year, Butler Turner and 6 other members of parliament, they wrote to the Governor General to remove the Free National Movement's leader, Dr. Hubert Minnis, as the leader of Her Majesty's loyal opposition. Soon after, she was appointed leader of the opposition. Butler Turner, you remember, she named the DNA leader, Mr. Brandon McCartney,
as leader of
the opposition business in the Senate.
Yes.
Even though she got some strong reaction and some criticisms about that move, she still went around town talking about a coalition arrangement with the DNA and the 7 rebels. She named Mr. McCartney, and she said she was working above party politics and across the borders to achieve a common good. Well, we know what happened. It was in March this year. McCartney resigned from his post, saying Butler Turner didn't know what she was doing. She lacked direction, and he was not staying. But Mr. Ingram, the first time I'm hearing Mr. Ingram talk publicly about this move that the 7 members of parliament for the FNM pulled on Dr. Minnis. Mr. Ingram indicated the move by the group of FNM MPs to remove Dr. Minnis as leader of the opposition was inappropriate. He said, he went on to say, a political party determines its leader, not the members of the House of Assembly. The members of the House can constitutionally select a leader, but if you are a member of a party, you ought to be bound by what the party decided, and the party decided that Minnis was his leader. So they went against, he says, they also went against some advice that he gave them. And they, in the balance, they weighed now in the balance. And they all
found wanting.
Well, let's move on.
Let's go to the phone line. We have a cell phone call. Welcome, caller. Welcome to Straight Talk.
Hey, good day, everyone.
Good day.
How are you, Greg? How are you, Martin?
I'm fine. How are you?
Greg, I really don't have much to say. I just want to know, give me a time when I can call you off air. I need to speak to you urgently.
You want to talk off air?
Yeah, because if I say what I'm about to say, let me speak to you off air, Tash.
All right. I'll call you after the show.
What time is best?
After the show, after 4.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Well, 326-0271 is our numbers to call today. We have a caller on the line. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon, caller.
Hi, a very pleasant good afternoon. I was listening in on the show, and everybody, especially the PLPs, they are bashing Mr. Ingram. Just food for thought. If Sir Lyndon was alive, I am sure that Terry Christie those would have been calling Sir Lyndon to bring something to their crowd.
They wouldn't have to call him.
Pardon me?
They wouldn't have to call him. He would have been right there.
And whether he was the leader or not, giving the keynote address.
Yes. Okay. And the thing about it is, everyone is bashing Mr. Ingram. They always say, when you pick a fight, be careful for what comes after that. Okay? I listen over and over Dr. Minnis remained calm. They called him ill names. They said all kind of horrible things about him, his party his candidates, and everything else. In some cases, there were never ever response. But when you pull in people's files and you're attacking personal information, if an incident that happened from 2013, you never brought it to the public's attention. It was dealt with and left alone. Why now? Because it's a political season. You're trying to make rhetoric. But now you're saying that Mr. Ingram is doing this and doing that and causing all kind of problems in the government and so forth. But you created problems. The public, if the public didn't know that Mr. Diagler had some in situations with customs and then Mr. Ricky Martin, then their dirt wouldn't have been coming out.
That's right.
But they started attacking the Free National Movement government.
Exactly.
And one thing I can say, I give Dr. Minnis so much respect because he held his head high. He continued what he is out there to do. And people need to really listen to what the FNM is really offering the country. The FNM is not out to attack anyone. Like Dr. Minnis said to the rally on Wednesday night, that they, Mr. Perry Christie is his political opponent.
That's right. Not his enemy.
And not his enemy.
That is right.
So we as a Bahamian people, I don't understand what kind of mindset Bradley Roberts has, or what kind of what he wants to happen to the Free National Movement. But this is never becoming of who Sir Lyndon stood for. Every advertisement, everything, they speak about Sir Lyndon. Why is it if Hubert Ingram is one of the mentors of our country, we cannot use him and he's a living man?
But the shameful thing about this, caller, they, as far as the 3 terms that Mr. Ingram was Prime Minister of this country, the PLP cannot find one single positive thing to say that Mr. Ingram did. Not one.
Yes, right. You know, but my thing is, Mr. Bradley Roberts just need to let it go, allow the process to happen, and let us move forward as a country and stop just trying to dig up things to hurt people.
Because they're nasty.
Yes, because at the end of the day, it's gonna still be there for him to have to live with whatever the government or who becomes the government. Okay? We're not of that. This is the worst I have ever seen it in all my years of knowing of elections.
And credit all the Perry Gladstone Christie.
Well, I can tell you, ma'am, desperation is beginning to seep deep in it.
Right now, I understood that persons from the prison, I have inside family members who were told that if they vote F&M, they would have known. Say, because the numbers are on the ballots, guys, you're listening.
You mean they're intimidating people like that?
Yes, sir. And they already told them I'm telling you, I'm not asking you because I have family and friends in there.
I do too.
Okay?
I'll talk to them.
In Inland Revenue, where I have friends, they call a meeting, a meeting for 9 o'clock, say emergency meeting. You know what they told them? They must keep their political persuasions in the closet. They don't want to find anybody speaking about the PLP government on the job, or they will be immediately terminated. This is victimization. Where have we stooped so low just for power?
Just tell the people who you know, have no fear. You are Bahamian. Speak your mind.
And let me tell you something. I have served 4 times as a presiding officer in this country. Yes, those ballots are numbered, but there is no way
they are secret.
There's no way they don't mind them trying to intimidate. Now, the only way is if someone is recording deliberately everything, and then that's impossible. They're not going to be able to do it. They're trying to. They can't win it openly and democratically, so they want to steal it.
Please,
and
by out there, please sensitize the Bahamian people, not being fearful of voting for who they choose to vote for.
The ballot is secret. No matter how they might try to say they can know, the only way they will know how you vote is if those ballots go to court and the court scrutinize it. Then they will record your number, but not before. They can't do it. Don't mind them trying to intimidate you. That's a lie. That's an intimidating trick. They're trying to scare people, and the only thing is fear mongering. It's not going to win the election for them. They know they ought to be gone.
And one last thing.
Yes.
The PLP every other night at one headquarters or the other, They are providing alcohol for these young men to hang up around their headquarters. Let me tell you something. Alcohol and whatever else, when somebody has a mindset to do certain things, doesn't go. Down to the sports center, that was a prime example. The DNA and the F&M had no alcohol. But the PLP had alcohol. They were playing the reggae music, you know, like they was just getting this aggressive feeling given these young men. Come on, we have to be careful when we rally these young men into certain mood, because that's where it becomes really, really serious for other candidates and other supporters, because these young men are feeling like we're out to get the PLP. This is war. We gonna mess them up. We can do this to hurt them. And Wayne Monroe and those started it too. Because when you could say, oh, on election day, when they come out and you walk and tell them, kiss your, why are you throwing such slanderous, and you're an attorney, you're looking for problem. Because if someone walks and tell you something, it could start into something else. So we need to stop promoting these things.
I believe in the 1997 general election, Martin?
Yes.
I believe one of the politicians said, the F&M have plenty of money.
Yes.
Go and get the money. Next thing you know.
Finland said it.
Who said it?
Prime Minister Finland.
Okay. The next thing you know, they kill the minister.
Okay.
Somebody robbed the minister and kill him.
And kill him.
Okay.
So we have to be very careful. And these are potential candidates or potential member of parliament. What's supposed to have distinction? A Queen Counsel will actually tell people in a public setting, come on, man, we are big and greater than this. This is only a democracy that is allowed to us. You can imagine living in Cuba, where we have no opportunity to vote, just living under one president, one government all your life. We have the choice to choose and pick. Why is the PLP running this country as though they are the only people in the world can take this country forward? It's like nobody can move this country, only the PLP.
Okay.
And they're bragging about 40-something years? Come on. I am a young woman grown up. I have children, 3 daughters that can vote.
All right.
And you are going to tell me they, as young women now, can vote in almost from 67 years, 67 plus. They cannot make a decision now not to support the PLP. Something is wrong.
Yes.
I will hang up and listen to you guys.
Thank you very much. We have another caller. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rev.
Good afternoon.
Rev, you can hear me?
I can hear you very well. Go ahead.
And Martin, to all the listeners. What about Jonquil Carnival? What they do that was successful last night?
No, I heard it was a bust.
You mean the people ain't come out?
Not as much as they had anticipated, I heard.
I appreciate that. I mean, and I think the people should understand what's going on and know what's more important. We need to send messages to our politicians when they can't understand. If you can't hear, you'll feel.
That's what my mom used to say.
They should not be wasting our money right up and now. I like what Mr. Ingram do, and I still continue to, although I mightn't be a big fan of, you think we should celebrate people like him and Perry Christie. They done some good in this country. I ain't like them.
Of course.
Try to dismiss all two of them.
Yeah,
But
the time they say all things could not have been bad. But then all you can hear about Mr. Ingram is bad.
No. That's crazy. We mightn't like his style and how he's carry on, how he might talk to people or but Mr. Ingram do a lot of good. He do good for me, do good for many people. Mr. Christie do good for people too. So I can't dismiss him, but I really, really love what he doing to his friend Perry Christie, because he deserved that. He deserved that. And listen, Mr. Ingram talk about many, many things. Mr. Ingram talk, they talking about it's unfair for Mr. Ingram to come on the stage. These things were going on in this cabinet. It's supposed to be international news, They lucky that the world came down on them and find out what Mr. Christie doing with this alleged to be, corrupt cabinet. Mr. Christie, them lucky. So Mr. Ingram coming on the stage, let's say thank God, thank Jesus for you, but Ingram exposing the dirt in our party is about us, it ain't about the greedy.
Papa, I would venture to say this. If you see Mr. Ingram had turned against the F&M and had gone and speak for Perry Christie, What you think would happen?
Everybody would have loved him. The PLPs would have been talking because they would have been talking.
Oh, they would have been celebrating. Oh, that's a great man.
Yeah. Now listen to me. In spite, I tell you, I like what you and Ingram doing to them, right?
Mhm.
When Christie exposing them, and you know why? Not because I don't like a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Yeah.
That.
In spite of that, you see that team, political slug bucket mode, Rodney Roberts, Brave Davis, and Perry Christie.
Right.
That's a solid team, you know. This can be the first time in Ingram coming. He ran a couple times, but when there's Bradley Roberts in the scene, it's like Bradley Roberts know what to do to win, but he's getting older now, so I believe he might lose his power now, and he's been saying a lot of foolishness. See what's sicking us with them, right? They always talking about how much they care about us, and they want to make us wealthy people, and it seems like it's a boys club thing, it's a class thing. They want to tell us this enough for us and the next thing. But look, yo, what's going on with what they talking about Hubert Ingram saying with property, soul, and stuff when he was the last day before he stepped down or before election, so he sells some property in South Beach.
Well, tell them, bring the proof.
What if it's coming across my phone and stuff, man?
Tell them,
bring the proof. That's fake news.
Bring the proof.
It's fake news?
Yeah,
tell them, bring the proof.
You mean the PLP doing fake news
Of
now?
course, they obviously do fake news. You think they just stand there start?
You want me to get involved with it? Bring me the proof.
Bring the proof.
So you saying you was a presiding officer
Before elections.
You're going to be at this time? Wherever you need people like you, what happened?
No, you'd find that when they don't want fair people who can do the job, you know.
Say that again?
They don't want fair people who's going to do the job.
But we have some of them people fair just like you. We can't use a broad brush like that. You saying they ain't get enough fair people there?
Not enough.
Yeah, they ain't get enough. We need more people like you to be there. Wait, hey, listen. People say my PLP gone, but I still have the faith. I still believe we're gonna.
And I want to encourage you to make sure do not stay home. Go out and vote. Okay.
I make up my mind. I say, although I went through that the other day, I can go to vote.
You know, I know you're going to vote for them. I would encourage you to stay home, right? But I want you to go vote.
You won't go in the box with me so you can mark that.
You want to carry me as your friend? You trust me? You trust me?
Why you don't carry me with you?
That's the question.
Carry Martin, man.
Martin, no.
You trust Martin?
Same thing. I feel more safe because we're the plot. You're supposed to have some responsibility.
Absolutely. Wherever you tell me put it, I'll put it.
I would not let the pencil
Wherever you tell me put it, I'll put it.
And I would not let the pencil slip.
You'll put it on the PLP for me, Rev?
If I go in the vote, you said yes. Yeah, but I have to vote for you. I voted for me, I voted for you.
That's right. Rev, I just need them to direct my hand. And I just mark my X.
No, all you do is tell me where to put it, and I will put it there for you.
No,
you hear, Martin?
I think I want you to do that, man. I got to go find a real PLP, do something like that.
You did a real friend.
Y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Show Sunday.
All right.
Okay,
wonderful.
5 to 7.
Okay.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can take our final break. Again, this is Straight Talk with your host, Greg Colley and Martin Albury. We'll be right back.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896, or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential, and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166. West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction.
Southern Shores, you deserve better, and better is coming soon. Team Campbell has mobilized and is ready to restore a clean environment, free from illegal dumping, dredging, and unkept streets. Team Campbell will restore the spirit of community, where law enforcement and residents will work hand in hand to ensure safety and security. Your highways will be fixed so that motorists can move around quickly, while also ensuring the safety of your pedestrians. You know him as 40, and whenever the bell rings, vote Frankie Campbell, Free National Movement.
Hello, my name is Frankie Campbell, and I approve this message.
The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Who are you going to vote for? Are you a diehard supporter, undecided, or do you believe that it's time for a change? Well, Popper and Bannister need to know. Who are you going to vote for? Join Popper and Bannister live election dialogue on Global 99.5 FM Sundays 5 to 7 p.m. That's Popper and Bannister live election dialogue each Sunday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Global 99.5 FM. Be straight up and be real with your choice.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit the mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Greg McCauley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Straight Talk with your host, Greg Colley and Martin Aubrey, coming to you live from Global Radio 995FM.com. I just want to spend a couple of minutes or so and address this alleged intimidation being done by operatives. That's what you call true operatives, persons who are deliberately spreading falsehood and trying to intimidate voters to vote in a certain way. I can tell you, as a past presiding officer of the parliamentary department, that those numbers that are recorded on the counterfoil and the voter's card are there for control purposes, not for identification, not to identify the voter. It's for control purposes to ensure that the voters, the cards that are being used have been legitimately printed by the parliamentary department, that they are legitimate ballots, because without any control number on them, anyone could print ballots, get them in the box, and you would never know that they are genuine ballots.
Control the sequence.
So they are in sequential order, so as to, as I said, for control purposes, not for the identification of the voter. Voting is by secret ballot, and notwithstanding what anybody might tell you, that they'll be able to identify you as a voter, and they'll know how you vote. They wouldn't know a thing unless you open your mouth and tell them. The only way they will be able to match it up if the matter goes to the election court, and by virtue of the number that is recorded on the counterfoil and the ballot paper, the judge who is adjudicating that matter is able then to match it up, and then based on the register and the sequence in which you voted, they will be able to identify who the voter was. But no one else could tell how you voted. So don't mind them trying to trick you, trying to intimidate you. Go and vote. They can't tell a thing. They are lying and trying to scare you off so that you could vote. They're how they want you to vote or get you to stay home. Welcome to Straight.
Good afternoon, Rev. You and Brother Albee.
Good afternoon.
How are you? Good afternoon.
Well, I'm doing pretty fine.
I know you are happy you hearing from your papa.
Man, oh boy. Listen, man, Papa dropping so much bum on them till you get them mixed up.
He's dropping them. You notice nobody answer him the question he raised.
Yeah,
they're only coming up with the counter arguments, but they're not answering Papa asked them, tell me where you get the authority to spend this, spend that. What gives you? They ain't answering that. So obviously, they did go against the PLP. I said this on this show even before Papa said that. Papa must be listening to Straight Talk. We said, we noticed a trend. The PLP go and they spend the money, they commit it, then they come to Parliament long after to get approval. That's not the way it's supposed to do. You come to Parliament first, get the approval, they spend the money, then you spend the money. But they are running Parliament as if it's an extension of the executive.
And he also gives some more weight for the night.
Yeah.
He gives some more weight.
But anybody answer nothing? You see, Bradley Roberts was missing for the past 2 days. He just missing Fanny voice to talk.
Yeah, boy. And Papa have them on the run.
They know they can't get over Papa.
No, and
now they're trying to pick confusion. Oh, we didn't answer that fella question. Pump, you need to be able to answer them.
No.
You ain't answer that?
He knows the answer. Oh, he knows the answer to those questions.
Oh, he doesn't want to hear what we got to say.
Yeah.
What answer?
Oh.
He knows that.
Oh, but if my partner say we ain't got bottom,
No, that's another situation.
All
What's on your mind, brother?
What's on your mind? We have another caller. Go right ahead, though. Be quick about it for us.
All I wait for tonight to come to hear Papa blast them again.
In Freeport?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See you red.
You notice how biased ZNS is?
Oh, nobody's listening to them.
But Perry tell the people if you ain't seen those ZNS, it is fake news.
Yeah. I hear him saying it was fake. Yeah, but they gone. Don't care what happened. They gone. They gone, man.
All right.
Okay, my friend.
Take care. Straight Talk. Good afternoon. Welcome, caller.
Mr. Coley.
Hi.
I call back. Do you all record this?
The show?
Yeah.
It's being recorded as we speak.
Because the lady will call just for Papa Man that I can shake her hand. You know?
Uh-huh.
I wish I could record that, you know. She talked the right thing. Listen, I put 2 fly on my Jeep. You know the color Jeep I have, right? Do you know the color of my Jeep?
My engineer producer say you can listen back later on Facebook. Tell your granddaughter or your daughter tell you how to get there. They know how to do it.
Okay, listen. I put 2 fly on my Jeep, right?
2 sign.
2 fly, man.
Uh-huh.
You know the color fly. You know the color Jeep I have, right?
What color is it?
Yellow, man.
Okay.
2 guys tell me they say I get it wrong. Effing, you know what? On my Jeep, I gotta take it off because I get scared because I don't want to get hurt.
Why you take it off?
What you mean?
Listen.
I'm a woman.
Listen. Let me tell you something. You have a right guaranteed under the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas to associate with anybody you wish to associate. You can. Now that's did somebody buy that car for you?
No, and that's because I buy it like that.
And so who could stop you from
driving a yellow car
driving
with
a
a
yellow
red
car
flag?
with a red flag?
Well, I don't know, but I had a problem like that before. I had 5 before.
Well, maybe
5 years ago.
Maybe to avoid any problems, you should drive your yellow car with a green flag, a yellow flag, and as many red flags as you wish.
I mean, I think I take it off, man.
Have no
so
fear.
frightened.
The point I'm making is have
No,
no.
I hear what you're saying. You know. You see, you're not driving that. My daughter's driving
But
that.
whoever is driving it, you have a right. Have no fear, and we can say good afternoon.
You know what I mean?
Thank you very
But
much.
that's why I called and said it back to y'all. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. Listen again later. You can always go back and listen on Facebook. We have another caller? All right. Listen, gentlemen, you don't need to be. I see some cars have about 50 PLP flag on
You
it.
have as many as you can.
Put on. So
There's a
if they cannot be, don't let them intimidate
Put
you.
as many flags on your car.
That's
many
your car.
colors as you wish. Is yours.
All right. Let's take this call. Welcome to Straight Talk.
Yeah. I might not be back now.
Okay. What is the #1 bombshell you have for me today?
Hey, but really, serious talking. Only the player show back in the night, man.
You can go to Facebook and watch it
I
over.
Facebook neither.
You're going to Facebook?
No.
Oh, well.
Well, that's a
What
start.
the people who missed the show, y'all need to play that back in the night.
Facebook.
Anyway, first bombshell, but they could drop,
Yes.
right? For the country, right? But they need to know. The Prime Minister, Terry Christie, is about to say farewell to the nation and is in a transition process to pass the PLP leadership baton on to a new main successor of the PLP a short time after the general election. And it would not be Philip
Deputy Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis, I understand, from a confidential source inside the party.
Is Fitzgerald?
This successor cannot be identified right now.
Is Fitzgerald?
A political backlash and a big division split in the PLP ahead of Wednesday, May 10th general election. And the Prime Minister wants to see a smooth transition process. Whether he wins or he loses, you all remember on nomination day, Martin Albury and Barack Coley, the Prime Minister gave you all a hint that this is his final time nominating as the member for the Centerville constituency. Now, I know who the person is, but right now, I have a problem with the morality of the person, right? the morality problem with this person. But I ain't gonna name the person right now. But I can let you all figure that one out.
Well, I can tell you it's Obi Wilscombe.
Huh?
Obi Wilscombe.
Obi Wilscombe? All right, you got it right. Go to the class.
That is not a big secret.
Yeah,
but that's a good bombshell. That's a very good bombshell.
Yeah. I got couple, but that's one.
Talk some and save the rest.
Yeah, don't give me all today.
Don't give us all.
All right.
Because I'm reading your mind.
You know, like I said, I listen carefully to what people say. What we got? 10 minutes? Okay. Every word that comes out of your mouth, I listen to each one and how they're constructed. Perry Gladstone Christie told the Bahamian people in the run-up to the 2012 general election that he was going to, if elected, after 2.5 years, he was going to demit office and turn it over.
Yes.
Did he do that?
We didn't. He promised
that if the Bahamian people, however they voted, because he had no horse in the race, that he was going to respect their wishes and he was going to do whatever they say. He's going to close the web shops down and let the law take its course. Did that happen?
No promises. Didn't
Mr.
happen.
Perry Christie said recently that this was the last time he is nominating. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, he is nominating for the Centerville constituency. Now, if he said that it's the last time that he's nominating for any constituency,
any general election,
then I will take it to mean that he intends not to run again.
Right.
But all he said, and like I listen again, listen to what the people say. Mr. Ingram clarified a statement that was misconstrued, that was deliberately twisted, and he said that Perry Gladstone Christie was the best person to lead the Progressive Liberal Party.
Not the country.
Now, even though he clarified that statement just this week, the leader of the
DLA.
Democratic National Alliance
I heard him
said on national TV that wasn't it Mr. Ingram who said that Perry Christie was the best man to lead the country? Mr. Brandonville McCartney, you need to listen and you need to stop being misleading. You are obviously not speaking the truth because Mr. Ingram already clarified the statement. He never said that Mr. Christie was the best man to run the country. And you repeated that lie this week. Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Rev, and to Mr. Martin. How y'all doing?
Fine. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Okay, this is the young man who you was talking to last Wednesday by the light Pinewood, by the police station, when you asked me if I gone gold.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But you showed me you had your correct material.
Yeah, I used to say I had one of each. I used that to maneuver through the crowd and get where I want to go. Like when you have a funeral, you have a police out front to escort you.
I understand.
So, yeah, but what I want to say is, nomination was when on the 28th of last month, right?
Nomination, I think it
was
the
21st. The 21st, 21st.
Okay.
Yes.
Could you remember the night the rally at R.M. Bailey?
Yes.
The very next morning, Mr. Robert came out and said that the F&M outnumbered them because
the people was tired.
People was tired.
Yeah.
They was tired. Okay. if we were outnumbering them to all the rallies, Mr. Ingram just came back and started speaking.
Right.
We were outnumbering them to every rally we had.
Right.
Why are they making it sound like Minnis had to go get Ingram to boost him up or to boost up the crowd? We were drawing bigger crowd than them straight through. He started to make excuses.
Well, Mr. Ingram came back in the nick of time to deal with the distraction that they were trying to throw at Mr. Minnis. But you know,
but he isn't
Mr. Minnis,
entitled to do that.
Mr. Minnis,
he's a senior man. He's not in public life right now, so he is entitled to contribute to the party that took him to the highest office in his political career.
No, but they know that Mr. Ingram has much to say.
Yeah, lots of substance.
And lots of substance.
Yeah.
And because if you notice, none of them have answered the questions that he posed, that he put out there for them. They're not addressing it, they're coming with counter arguments. They're not answering. They're not saying that he's lying. No. But they're just coming with different allegations, different, like I understand they're now circulating something about some land that he would have given away. They're just coming with different things to try to disparage his name and to further denigrate him into some evil person. But it's not going to work.
No, it's the handwriting is already on the wall, so I don't know. It's all the all the twisting and turning. It's just a matter of time now before we take them out.
Obviously, the Progressive Liberal Party have a lot to hide.
Yeah. Oh yeah, plenty things. They would spend every dollar in the public treasury just to maintain power because of so much stuff they want to keep away from the public.
Yes.
So that's where they are. But in the meantime, they would wreck the country just to try stay in power.
Absolutely.
You know, and just like these promises with the police. This is what caused the country get in financial crisis, because you go and make all these promises, then when the union come down on you and say, well, okay, this is what you promised, and then the money is not there. And, so you got to be fair in your dealings, but God is on our side.
And wait, you're going to see some more endorsements coming between now and election, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so y'all keep up the good works, man.
Thank you. Thanks for calling.
Don't worry about me.
All right.
I was red for me too.
All right. All right. Take care.
All right.
Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Hey, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Stay waiting on my question to be answered, man. From my intelligent F&M friends. The intelligence said, not the set that vote for God and things like that, but intelligence said I vote for country.
Well, I'm certain that they are listening, and they
well, Bishop, you want to answer
I will not answer any questions that I know you already have the answer
No,
to.
I don't have to answer.
I am certain that you do. That's why I will not bother with answering them.
Tell me which one I have to
You
answer
have
to
the
then.
answers
Tell
to
me which
all.
one.
Every single one you ask,
Which one?
you have the answer. Wait, we're not going to prolong this today, you know, my friend.
Oh, hold
You
on.
have the
Give me a chance.
answer to every question that you ask me. And
No, I
and,
give me a chance. I
no.
don't have the answer to the one when Ingram leave the
Okay,
after
okay.
them,
How
after
many answers do you have already?
I don't have the one. where
How
Ingram-
many answers do you have already?
Man, he have to jeopardize the F for them. They come back
My friend,
and do the F like a
how many
puppy
answers
show. I don't have
do-
the answer to that one.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him that one. I'm gonna ask him.
When some of the F for them, I thought Dr. Minister, he stand on his own. He's not.
I'm gonna ask them to answer those questions for you, Pumpkin Eater. Thank you very much. We are out of time on this Friday afternoon. Appreciate it.
Let me read a couple of things here. And this is from Good Source. It says Darrell Miller's show was canceled because he was going to bring on Michael Pintard, the F&M's candidate for Marco City. According to, I'm reading here from Bahamas News, my boy. BN says he has received a WhatsApp message which seems to be a viral one because we people are inboxing us it. It says, so ZNS does it again. Yes, Diana Wilson Swan, you canceled the Darrell Miller show minutes before its airing when you discovered that Michael Pintard was the guest. Never mind Michael Rackley. The crew lambasted Michael Pintard on the same show. Now today, there was no mention of the F&M rally at the Carnival site in the news, but we got you. You asking for an extension on your contract, blah, blah, blah. All right. Okay, well, we had already had word that Daryl Miller show was not on yesterday, and supposedly it may have been related.
I
but
asked Daryl Miller to call me today to find out why his show was not on today.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's not on again today?
I didn't hear it.
Wow. All right. They sent me something here about Long Island, Loretta Butler Turner, but I'm not going to read that. I'm going to but I haven't had a chance to read it to see what it says before I read it on air. I'm not going to read it first. But, well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, well, let's wrap it up. I want to say thank you very much. It's been an exciting week. We had Wednesday off because we went to the advanced polling. But we hope to see you here again on Monday afternoon when we'll continue 2 days before D-Day. And I hope this weekend that you go to the church of your choice and you stay in the faith. In the meantime, ask Almighty God to strengthen you so that you will have no fear of doing what you intend to do next week, Wednesday. So pray without ceasing. If you feel somebody trying to intimidate you, tell them, get behind me, Satan, and keep moving.
And also, I want to remind you that, this whole matter of fear is of the devil. Fear is of the devil. And anybody who try to instill or put fear in you, they are continuing the works of the devil. That's not work of God. God does not try to control people. He gives us free will. And anyone who's trying to control you, especially control your mind, control your thinking, your thoughts, they have evil intention. They have evil intention. Our democracy, as I said yesterday, we have the oldest democracy in this Western hemisphere. Certainly, we ought to be acting differently. And it doesn't matter whether international people watching us, that's not matter. That doesn't matter. Charity begins at home, and where does it end? At abroad. So therefore, once we learn how to behave in our own homes, we don't have to worry about other people looking at us because we know how to behave ourselves. We know how to conduct ourselves. We haven't been doing it because other people watching us. In fact, when you do things because people watching you, you are called an eye servant.
You clean your house because you get visitors.
You're so nasty. You got to wait till people come to get it clean up.
Yeah, to clean it
all the time.
All the time. Keep it clean.
That's right.
Sweep it clean.
Sweep it clean.
Yes.
My goodness.
You sound like you're ready to go to work. Could we get another hour?
Anyway, don't get started. Get it right up again. Anyway, let me say once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us today, for your telephone calls, for your text messages, and just listening in. And again, want to remind you, if you want to watch the show again, you can go to Facebook and you can watch it over this afternoon. They can watch it as many times as you want to, right? On Facebook.
Yes, sir.
So again, once again, I want to thank you on behalf of our engineer and producer, my co-host Martin Aubrey. This has been Straight Talk. Today's show has been brought to you by Doc's Pharmacy, by Master Assist, by Nature's Gifts, Fresh Roasted Peanuts, by Sammy's Chicken, by First Choice Appraisals and Sales, by Frankie Campbell and the Southern Shores F&M Association, by Geneva Brass Seafood, by LRD Construction, and by Bannister and Papa's Election Dialogue Talk Show. And as they say, they have their special guest this Sunday afternoon between 5 and 7 will be Mr. Kirkland Bodie, better known as KB. Yeah, Mr. Just Cause She Fat.
Sorry.
Oh, why are you going there? Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and we'll see you Monday, God's willing. Have a safe weekend.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions